Hello children, today we are going to do social science lesson from geography, that is lesson number 11. Title is Globe and Maps. Here you can see the picture of the globe which we are going to do now, and also the map, that is the map of India. You can see we are going to do the lesson on globe and maps. Let me go to the introduction. Study of the globe and the maps. They are the good teaching aids to learn for better understanding of geography. The meaning and use of the globe, types and uses of maps, important geographical symbols required for the representation of maps and map reading. Let us go to the competencies of the lesson. Here you should understand in the lesson the importance and uses of the globe. Understand the types of maps and the essential components for map making. You also have to know the interpreting and uses geographically signs and symbols in the maps. And lastly, mastering the art of map reading. These are the competencies of the lesson globe and map. Now let us go to the meaning of globe. In the last chapter, children, you have studied about the shape and size of the earth, isn't it? And you have also understood that the earth is geoid in shape and is represented by a globe. The photographs taken of the earth from the satellites, they give us a real shape of the earth, but we can see only one side of the earth. The globe, which is the model of the earth, can give us the view of the other side also. So isn't the globe really useful to us? Now you understood the meaning why we use a globe to show the earth. It is the model of the earth because it gives the view of the other side also, since we rotate the globe on its axis. Here you can see the globe. If you rotate it, you can also see the other side of the globe. Features of the globe. Here you have to understand the features of the globe. It is a miniature model of the earth. The globe is a miniature model of the earth. It is a true representation of Earth's spherical shape and not flat as seen on the map. It is spherical in shape. As we see in the books, the earth, it is flat. The earth is shown flat, but it is not. It is spherical in shape. Besides, it gives us information about many features of the earth. It is simple teaching learning aid. It can be kept on the table and rotated whenever you want to see anything on the earth. It helps us to learn about different geographical concepts. Now I'll tell you about the uses of the globe. Why the globe is useful. Why we should make use of the globe. We should make use of the globe to know the shape of the earth. It helps us to understand the position, shape and size of the continents, oceans and seas. You also can find lines of latitude and longitudes on the globe which help us to locate places and political boundaries. A good globe helps us to understand the inclination of the axis, movements of the earth, rotation, revolution, and their effects. For example, day and night, seasons, etc. It gives general information about the geographical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, deserts, islands, rivers, etc. Here you can see the satellite picture of the earth. So satellites pictures are taken from the satellite, but you can see only the one side of the earth, where on the globe, if you see or if you keep it on the table, you can turn the globe and you can view even the other side of the earth. Next, let us go to maps. I think in the school you use maps. They give us the very general information about the earth. Maps are very essential to get detailed information of a place, state, or a country, and also about other geographical features. A diagrammatic representation of the whole earth or a part of the earth on a flat surface according to scale is called a map. So what is a map? A map is a diagrammatic representation of the whole earth or a part of it. It has a flat surface according to scale, and this is called a map. The science and art of map, making it known as cartography. The collection of various types of maps bound as a book is known as an atlas. So I think you all have an atlas, and this atlas contains collection of various types of maps, and it is bounded in the form of a book. In maps, we have types of maps on the basis of scale and purpose. Maps can be classified as follows. Maps based on scale. There are two types of maps based on scale. A large map. These maps represent small areas. They can be divided into cadastral maps and topographical maps. Cadastral maps show individual property. Topographical maps show detailed surface features. Let me continue with the B, small scale maps. These represent large areas, world, continents or countries. They are of two types, world maps and atlas maps. World maps are larger in size than the atlas. Your atlases which you carry to the school which they come under small scale maps. They are used as teaching aids in the classroom. They can show general and important features such as political divisions, physical features, etc. The maps in the atlas are smaller in size, but they also give us some information. Small scale and large scale maps. You can compare here. A comparison of the map scale is shown. Can you see? To the right, you have large scale map, and to your left, you have the small scale map representing fractions portrays large areas, and to the right are large representative fractions portrays small areas. Let me continue with maps based on purpose. They are also known as thematic maps, they can be classified as follows: physical maps, political maps, and distribution maps. Physical maps. These maps represent the physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, etc. Political maps. These maps show the political boundaries between states, countries, and continents and their location, area, etc. Distribution maps. These maps are used to show the distribution of definite features such as land use, temperature, rainfall, population, soils, natural vegetation, crops, minerals, industries, railways, roads, waterways, etc. Now let us go to the components of a map. The basic components of a good map are its title, scale, latitudes and longitudes, direction and index. Title. Every map must have a suitable title. For example, India physical features or India political, etc. Scale. A scale is a ratio between the distance of the map and the corresponding distance on the ground. It helps us to know the distance between the two places or the ground. The distance between 2 points on the map are closer than the actual distance on the map. Latitudes and longitudes, they are the grid of imaginary lines. It helps us to find the location, distance, and direction of places on the map. Direction. In a map, the direction is shown by a symbol of arrows with the letter N on the top. The head of the arrow points to the north. Once you know the north, you can easily find the other directions. Index or key. The symbol used to represent any feature is called index. The index is an important component and represents all the features shown on a map. Various colors and symbols are used in the index. For example, blue color for water bodies, green for lowlands, etc. Here you can see the arrow showing north. If the arrow showing north is seen, then you will be knowing which is the south, which is the east, and which is the west. So it is the index or the key which we call it. Here you have the index or the key which shows the signs. Can you see the straight line, two dots, straight line, two dots? International boundaries. To show the state boundary, you have a single straight line with a single dot, and district boundaries with only dash, dash, dash. So boundary along the river, how it is shown. Can you see the curved lines in the center of it? You have some dashes. This shows the boundary along the river. Then you can see the symbol of national capital, state capital, big city, small city and town. These are the index or the keys which are shown in the maps. Now let us go to the uses of maps. Maps help us in many ways. Maps help us to locate places like towns, cities, districts, states, countries, and continents. They show the physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, coastal areas, islands, etc. They also help us to know the major routes of transport such as roads, railways, etc. They help us to understand the distribution of crops, minerals, industries, etc. Maps are very important for military people at the time of war and for security. Maps guide the tourists to their destination. Maps are very good teaching learning aids in the classroom. They are easy to carry. So here you have the important uses of maps. Let us go to the geographical symbols. A symbol is a sign that stands for an object. The symbols used in a map are the same all over the world. The symbols give a lot of information. Here you can see symbols used in topographical maps. Children, can you see? This is the symbol picture where you can go through, and it is used in what type of maps? It is the topographical maps. Let me continue with colors. When you look at a physical map, you can see different colors. These colors represent different physical features. In a physical map, the colors used are as follows: blue color, green color, yellow color, brown color, dark brown color, white and purple. So why is blue color used here? It is used for the water bodies like oceans, seas, lakes and rivers. So all the water bodies are shown with blue color. Next we go to the green color, which is used for lowlands or plains on the map. Yellow color shows us the highlands or the higher land higher than the plains, and brown color for hills and low parts of mountains. Dark brown color for high mountains, white and purple color for snow covered areas. Here you can see the color symbols. Blue, as I already told you, it shows water bodies. Green, plains and lowlands. Yellow color, highlands. Brown, hills, low part of mountains. Dark brown, high mountains. And white shows snow covered areas. Besides, different colors are used for political maps to show the different political divisions. Different line symbols with different colors are drawn on a map to show roads, railways, airways, etc. Black lines are used for boundaries, red for roads, etc. Now we'll go to the map reading. To read and understand a map, you need to know the meaning of the symbols, which we have already seen, and you must also know the meaning of symbols used, as you need to know the letters of the alphabet to form meaningful words. In the same way, you have to know the meaning of colors, lines, and symbols which are used on the map. Here you can see the map which is showing the longitude and the latitudes. The scale on the borders, you can see that is the scale from which, or the area of the state, that is Karnataka. You can see down the index, that is state capital and major cities. With the red, it is showing the state capital, and the black there is showing major cities. It is from 12 degrees north to to 18 degrees north. So here they are showing you the longitudes and latitudes in which our Karnataka state lies. Next we go or continue. Map reading is a skill. We must know the 4 skills of map reading, and we need certain general directions. They are given below. To locate places on the map, we have to know the latitudes and longitudes on which the place is located. To find the direction, the symbol of the arrow pointing to the north helps us to find the other directions, as we already have seen about it. And also to find the distance, the scale given on the map helps us to know the distance between 2 places. New terms: globe, map, location, physical features, atlas, scale, cartography, index, title, symbols, transport, miniature. You have to know these new terms and their meanings. Do you know the map found in Babylonia 2300 BC is the oldest? The Greek astronomer Chaldeus Ptolemy prepared the first atlas. Large-scale maps represent small areas, while small-scale maps represent large areas. Maps help us in the study of geography. They are just like our teaching aids, which are very essential. To understand the correct distance between 2 places, we have to convert centimeters into kilometers and inches into miles. The needle is a magnetic compass, always points to the north. This you have to know and understand. Thank you, children. Thank you for watching. Please show some love. Like it, share it, subscribe it, press the bell icon.